Hello, Malban here, and today I'm not going to talk about Vide. You will see Vide and I will show you something, but it's not in general going to be about Vide, but I'm going to present you the new game of der Luchs, Menschenjagd. We have been working on this more or less together. All the ideas come from the Luchs and most of the programming, and actually I did input some thoughts and some optimization stuff. I've got the complete source code here, and I really like the game, how it turns out so far, and I talked with the Luchs and I'm going to present you what he has done so far. I'm going to use Vide to show you, not the real Vectrex, although it does work on the real Vectrex, but in Vide I have the great opportunity to press a pause button and to explain some things, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to start the game. This is the current source code, and pressing run, and here it goes. You see here Vectrex is enabled, and you will also listen to Vectrex while the emulator is playing. This is the title screen. There are no options yet. I don't know what's going to be option-wise going on, but well, we'll see. There's some background heartbeat music kind of noise in the title screen, and if you press any button you go straight to the game. There's a rather strange music going on, as you hear. Okay. Pause. What you see here is the first labyrinth. This is the score, and this is the number of bullets you carry. It's 0 right now. This is a gun you can collect, and from now on you can also collect shields. The gun is fired pressing button 4, and the shield is used with button 3. The shield is going to protect you from enemy shots for about 1 or 2 seconds, depending on the level, and the gun, if you collect it, grants you 10 shots. There are different kinds of enemies. In this labyrinth there are 4 enemies, and they are knife enemies, or Deutsch Messer enemies. And these are enemies I'm going to explain short. They are trying to go near you, they will follow you, and if they are near you they will throw their knives at you. So you have to... I'll probably die. I'm already circled by these Messer guys because I was a little bit too late. Anyway, a little bit more about the game. If an enemy comes near you and does not kill you, you're going to jump down to the arena, and here you fight one-on-one. There are several advantages in the arena. For one, you only fight against one enemy. In this scenario it's probably best if I go straight to this guy here and try to kill it, but on the other hand I do not have a weapon, and I don't have a weapon in the arena yet, so I'm going to escape there as well. Anyway, the knife guy in the arena can be tricky. You can shoot it. It will start over in this region, and once it reaches the center, well, you're dead. Actually, then you will get knifed. The right part of the arena is your part, and the left part of the arena is always the enemy part, and you can't go to the right and the enemy can't go to the left. The shooter enemies will always shoot at you with different kinds of bullets, and the knife will just go straight to the middle, and if it reaches the middle it will knife you, and that's certain death. So I will press unpause shortly, and I think I will go straight up and get the gun, so I hopefully will have a chance to survive, but I rather doubt it. Okay, here it goes. Well, here one of the knife guys just killed me. I press pause again. There's a little animation with each death, and you just saw before that my head sort of exploded when a knife hit hit me. Now the game starts anew with a current level. All enemies are there again. They are in the four corners, and I will first try to get the gun and then the shield, and hopefully we'll use it to my advantage. So here we go again. Gun. This was arena. This rather looks quite easy. Ah, okay, here we go. This is already the next level. Short explanation. This is a guy called Flint. He has some sort of gun, and he is a tank kind of guy. He's very slow, and he has 5 hit points per default, so you have to hit him many times. With two of the guns being quite near each other, it's not so easy. You probably have to use a shield to have a chance against them, though I'm going to do that. Get the gun, the shield, and I'll try to fight this one here first. Use the shield 5 times. Up, shield is up, and my weapon is also up. I have to collect the next one. You hear the music, it's getting quite stressful. The music speed depends on the number of enemies that are in the labyrinth. So I'm going to press 2, have my shield, and run straight at it. So this is again another enemy. This is an MP guy. The MP guy fires one shot. It does not follow you, but strays in the labyrinth. But the shots he fires are reflected from the labyrinth. So, well, the shots sometimes well have a tendency to strike unexpectedly. But there's only one enemy left. I probably will get it. Oh, let's see. Nope, he shot me. He can't shoot himself. That is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go further into the arena. Right now I've just fought in the labyrinth. The arena also has some specialties, as I mentioned before. You will see that the enemies also behave differently. Oh, I'll just go on ahead. I think I'll try to fight this guy here in the arena. This is the MP guy, I think. Let's see. Okay, you see the MP guy. He can fire a couple of shots at you. Shots. Here, 3 shots you see. He can fire at once. And I'm going to shoot him. Oops. This is a pistol guy. And what you just saw there, if you killed an enemy in the arena and then go near him, you have the ability to execute him. To execute him is press button 1 when you are near him, and then you see a special execution animation and get extra points. Well, this I'm going to go after the Flint guy. You see, this one fires always 3 shots at you in 3 directions. It also behaves differently, and it might even be that there are still some bugs in here. This is obviously a bug because I cannot hit him. That's bad. The only thing I can do now is... this was a bug. We have to look for it. Anyway, if you are in the arena and there are no shots left, then this little exit will appear, and if you go to it, you will reappear in the labyrinth. Your enemy you just fought will blink for 1 or 2 seconds so he doesn't harm you, and you do not go into the arena straight again. I will use this now, exit the arena and go to the middle because I don't have any bullets anymore, and I will try to collect another gun. By the way, the shield does not work in the arena. Unpause. So I'm out of here, trying to get the gun again, and I will what you just saw is one level can have an arbitrary number of enemies. Only 4 enemies appear at a time, but once you shoot one enemy, the next one will appear, and there can be 10, 20, 50 different enemies, not different, but enemies in a labyrinth, and so a level actually can be quite long if you want to. What I also didn't show you, what I'm going to show you now, is that you can die different kinds of death, especially in the arena. I told you before, you can execute the enemies, but the enemies can also, well, execute you. I'm going to the pistol guy over to the right, and I will try to be executed by him, just to show you. So now he will put me on my knees and, well, shoot me in the head. It's probably not a game for your kids anyway, so you might, well, think about that. So, well, this was most of the game that there is right now. It can be quite stressful if the labyrinth is full and the enemies reappear. Well, I shot in the head. Oh, again, I have to figure out why this is happening. Oh, this is a knife guy executing me. He puts me on my back and stabs me repeatedly in the chest. Okay. Well, this is the game. I'm just going to show you one part of the source code, which I find quite intriguing. I can show you also before the labyrinth. There are a couple of different labyrinths that Luchs draw. This is labyrinth number 1, and you can load the others. I've got them somewhere. This is labyrinth 2, labyrinth 3, and so on. There are, as of now, 6 different labyrinth types, and you can configure levels with these labyrinths. Each level has also a configuration, configuration, and these are the items that you can actually configure. Level display, that is a labyrinth you will use for the level. This is the collision test matrix that you will use for the level. Then the players can have different start positions. These are collected here. Then there's something we call reload delay, that is how fast the enemy reloads their guns. Sensitivity radius, that is the radius in tiles that the enemies will shoot at you. So if the radius is 2, then if the enemies are 2 tiles away from you, will start shooting, and not before and not later. If it's, I don't know, 10 or so, then they will always shoot in your direction. Then you can configure if the level has a shield. If it has a shield, well, then you just saw it, it appears, but you can also say it does not appear. Then the duration of the shield you can configure from 1, which is 1/50th of a second, to 255, which is about 5 seconds. Then the knife arena delay. This is the guy I told you about, which only has to go to the middle of the screen, and he can go really fast. If it does not have a delay, then you do not have much time to shoot. In the higher levels this will probably be the case. Then the movement delay of the gun guy, how fast or how slow he is, how many hit points the gun guy has, how many hit points the normal guys have. You can also configure that in a level. Each enemy you have to shoot twice, thrice, or however many times. Then for the MP guy I told you about, he does reflect, or he has the ability to reflect shoots off the wall. Here you can configure how many reflections the level actually supports. You can, well, enter 20 and then the bullet will just boing, 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 boing all over the level. Which is also, for the higher levels, probably highly confusing. And last but not least, the enemy list. This is just a now terminated list of enemies. I will show you one level structure so you just see how it looks really like. We've done 6 levels for now for each labyrinth type 1, but in the end it will be many more levels. Level 1. So here you see, this is labyrinth list. I will go to that, the collision detection list and the positions of the enemy. Actually these are the positions of the enemies. Then these are just the numbers I just told you about. Reload delay, sensitivity radius, whether there is a shield or not. This is 1, there is a shield. Anything but a 0 is a shield. Shield duration, the knife arena delay, movement delay of flint, which was 5, you've seen that. How many hit points the gun guy has, also 5. Normal guys have 1 hit point and a maximum to 4, I think it's 4 minus 1, 3 reflections the MP guys has. And this is a list of enemies. And the first enemy type, that is enemy type end, will end the list. I think these are just 4 enemies and these were experiments we did before. In this level there is a knife guy, another knife guy, and another knife guy, and another knife guy. So 4 knife guys are in this level, and that is all. You can, as I said before, configure an arbitrary number. You can configure 50 enemies here or something like that. Whatever. And then this is the actual definition of the labyrinth. This is a so-called synced list, which can be done within Vide. So the display does not flicker all that much. You see every 10 or so vectors this list resyncs, and it's quite a stable display. And this is, if you've seen my blog, this is a collision detection bitmap for this labyrinth. Well, this is all there is for now for the game that I'm going to talk about. I've talked or written to Sascha, der Luchs, today, and he's hopefully that he will get another overlay tomorrow for the game to use. And well, I think this game will actually be really good, quite exciting, and it's really fun to play. I've played it quite a couple of times on my Vectrex, and well, I hope you had fun watching, and I would say goodbye for now.